I haven't really posted on YouTube reaction type videos for a while. I normally just stick them on Rumble. This is relevant to the off-grid thing. This is entitled Crazy Russian Hacker. He's not Russian, he's not a hacker. $1,700 survival kit in a case unboxing. Now, there would have to be a lot of lubrication type stuff in there for at least 1,700 quid. That's about £1,400. The fact that he's doing it in dollars with a very dubious accent and shaved arms, shaved legs, your average Russian person will not shave their body hair anywhere. Maybe at a push they might do their face at a push, but your average bloke in Russia will not shave any body hair. Not his hands, not his arms, not his legs. Maybe if they're in the Olympics, but that's about it. Or ballet, that's a different lifestyle. The stuff it's all American, what he's advertising. Another thing that tells you he's not Russian, because no Russians can advertise American stuff. It's all the products are American products, all the three things. It has ski, life ski of 48 years ski. This is bullshit because it's in a plastic container. Plastic is made from oil. All oil-based products are toxic. Everything oil-based is toxic. The glasses I wear actually melt my eyeballs because they're made of plastic. Your food comes in containers made from plastic. Your millionaires, your billionaires, they don't use plastic. Not in their clothing, not in their food, not in their house. There is no plastic around a billionaire. Nothing. So the fact that it's in plastic means that after 5 years, it will have completely contaminated the contents. Completely. And so far, he's got about 20 ration packs, which, if you're lucky, is one meal. If you're not very fat. So you're talking enough food to keep your average Western person, not your Chinese person, your average Western person, there's enough food there to last you a few weeks. And you would be hungry. I did actually zoom in and have a quick look. The packets are nothing to do with the box. It's literally just a box with shit written on the front. It's got a shit box. And he's just throwing a lot of crap in there. He's making out he's bought the box offline. And that's how it comes. It's not. It's actually just a shit box. It's called shit. And he's just throwing stuff into it, making out it's an expensive unboxing. That container has already been opened, and you can see that the lock's broken on that container. He's just supposedly just cut it open with a knife, and that's already broken apparently. These things are actually very, very brand name. $20 each, £10 to £15 each. Some of them only contain scrambled egg. You're going to spend 15 quid on freeze-dried scrambled egg. Wow. How much would a hat cost? 5 million? I have seen some of these kind of things before. Here's a tin. The guys wearing the military outfits is so fucking hilarious. Here's a tin that I would use when I was in it. Don't tell anybody I was in the SAS. Oy vey. You know, you're fucking, oh, post 69 to the Roger Trout to know where my second-hand shop berry. And that kind of gimp nonsense. Well, they'll have a tin containing £500 worth of kit. And it is fuck all. So, there's some freeze-dried packets. Honestly, my 25, 30 quid that I spend on my 40 Korean noodles, so I buy them in a box, they're fucking brilliant. And one of those does fill you up. Other things it tells you it's American is expressions, which he's now used 4 times in 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, 4 times. Cheese and mac. That is a thing you only get in America. You only get cheese and mac in America. Nowhere else on the planet. And ski, now ski, we have ski, energy bar ski. Basically a little plastic bag full of other plastic bags, full of other plastic bags containing sweeties. Wonder how much cancer they will give you. You know, like some of the famous American sweet red vines, which are illegal in America and Israel, but they're still selling them on the rest of the planet, even though they give you cancer. I actually want you to hear the guy's voice, because it's so fake Russian.
Toilet paper. Do you think we're gonna...
Oh, toilet paper, they... Now and again, he'll throw in the oy veys. Where do you start? The only thing toilet paper used to be good for is as a fire lighter. But now with all the asbestos they put in toilet paper, yes, they put asbestos in toilet paper. What, you thought they would admit to putting it in baby powder, but they wouldn't put it in any other cosmetics or toilet paper? Okay, 2 rolls of toilet paper, completely useless. I'm not just talking about my hemorrhoids. I'm talking about, you know, a female would do that in one sitting. Maybe it would last you, if you're conservative, a couple of weeks. Maybe. It's, oh God. From a practical standpoint, from someone who was actually, I was on a run for nearly 20 years. So rather than toilet paper, you can use things like sand. Yes, it can be a bit harsh on your butty, but it's reusable and it cleans you. Or you could use, if you use something like a bit of oil from a plant, get some plant, or I've got loads of wild garlic outside, bit of plant, bit of sap, put it between your cheeks before you go for a shit. Your shit won't stick to you. All you've got to do is wash it off. No need for toilet paper. And the space it takes up. Not to mention the fact that it goes off. Toilet paper will only last 1 or 2 years at the most in perfect conditions. Any longer than that, it disintegrates into a powder. Not 1, but 2 woolly hats. Why the hell would you want 2 woolly hats? Are we supposed to think it's a 2-person survival hamper? It's actually called a survival kit. Why would you want 2 woolly hats? If the space that the woolly hat takes up, I would rather have a thin motorcycle waterproof jacket and trousers, which will take up the same space as 1 woolly hat, and that will give me ankle to neck waterproof covering rather than a woolly hat. This is yet another millionaire's upper middle class. Look what I bought there in the market. I got myself one of these things. It cost me a £1 pound. I got this. Oh yeah, yeah. You know my sister, it's my daughter's turn. Oh, look, Ski. We got a plastic bag with papers in it and lots of paperwork and documentation, Skis. Oh, look, Skis, 1 pair of gloves. 1 pair of fucking gloves. What's the other person going to do? Oh, they look like they're extra large in size. No, they don't look extra large in size. They actually look, okay, he's got very, very feminine hands. You know, the shaved hands. I mean, yes, I shave my hands down again, but I'm not a Ruskian. Yeah, those are a medium to small sized. This is obviously a kit ordered by America, but made in China, because the gloves might be extra large in China, but not extra large in the Western world. Yeah, they sure as hell would not fit my man hands. Yeah, that's hilarious. That plastic bag containing lots more plastic bags, is coffee. Little individual sachets of coffee. This sort of thing, if you've got like a normal mug size, you'd have to put 4 or 5 into one little mug. You know, your average mug size kind of thing, you know, just your average mug size, you'd have to put 5 in there for a cup of coffee. It's just cheap and nasty instant coffee. You got enough there for maybe 4 cups of coffee. That's a lot of plastic packaging and everything. And having a bit of foam around something electronic is one thing, but having like your coffee packed up in so much plastic, yeah, this really is your survival kit for your millionaire. It's a Tucker Carlson survival kit. They should rename it the Tucker Carlson, because it's for that kind of millionaire mentality. I got myself one of these. I'm gonna stick it on the wall. Open this kit, and I don't know what is some kind of tool. Oh, it's glasses. His accent changes quite a bit. He keeps forgetting that he's meant to be Russian, and he goes back into being Kermit. Yeah, a pair of safety glasses, goggles, which, if you're out in subarctic weather, you could do with a pair of glasses that have foam around the eyes so your eyeballs don't freeze. Although I would still rather have a woolly jumper than a pair of Arctic glasses. Just a thought. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Glasses. Very nice. Look at that. This is super cool.
I am seeing nothing ski. That would ski make me skis pay more than 50 quid ski. The instant noodle things, the coffee, the toilet paper, the gloves, 50p for a pair of gloves. 2 kitchen towels, 10 quid so far. The plastic box I'd pay a £5 for, because it is only a cheap plastic box. You can see the thickness. It is only a very, very cheap plastic box. If you step on it, it'll break. It is a very, very cheap plastic box.
Sure. Safety glasses right here. Only one. Looks like mini. I have another one now. Mini, what do you call it? Water purifier.
The mini water purifier. So I can actually get it so I can show it to you. Yeah, the mini water purifier he's got there. He's showing you the front. He's not showing you the back. It's not reusable. It's disposable filters. So if you see the back of it, that is all the filter cartridges, because it's not reusable. I can't show you what I'm getting next, but I do have a water filter, and it will do a lot longer than that, and actually screws onto standard pot bottles. But what I am going to be getting soon is a ceramic water filter, because ceramic water filters, they take a little bit longer to work, but they're reusable. They last forever. And eventually the pores in a ceramic, the clay, does clog up, and you just give it a scrub, and you're off to go again. They do last for like 100 years without having to be replaced with plastic crap and all the plastic stuff they put in these disposable filters.
I have another one now. Mini, what do you call it? Water purifier?
It's not actually a purifier, it's a filter, not a purifier.
Couple of wipes.
Wet wipes, absolutely fucking useless. Really, really useless. It's just more crap made out of plastic, made out of chemicals that you can't get rid of. You can't even burn most of these bloody things because of the toxic stuff they put into them. You can't even burn them. It's just a complete waste of time. This is not a survival box. It's actually called a survival kit in a case. It's a little package to go on a camping trip. That's all it is. It's not survival in any way, shape or form. If you want to use something like wet wipes to clean yourself, get a flannel. Get your tea towel, chop it in half, and use that. Make it wet. Ta-da! A reusable wet wipe. Like in the olden days.
Very nice. Always new wipes. Especially with it.
So I think we're up to about 10 to 15 quid's worth of stuff. Maybe the rest of this will make up the other £1,000.
Maybe this idea isn't back.
Wow, more wet wipes, but this time with extra chemicals. Or you could just make your own vodka. La la la. Vodka, 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 vodka. Which, you know, is actually better than using mass-produced dodgy asbestos purifiers.
In the vibes. Wow, this is so cool.
Or you could go and get yourself a couple of plants like willow. You've got willow trees growing, get a bit of willow bark, chew it up, spit it on your arm, rub it in. That's disinfectant. Same properties as aspirin.
I didn't even know they make disinfectant wipes like that. Cool. Oh wow, I like that. It's covered and it's a solar powered radio. I'm sure it have batteries as well, and crank. Very nice.
It has a built-in battery, you fuckwit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one he's got there looks really good. Really, I've got one, which is smaller than that. I think it cost me £5, and it works brilliantly. You know, it's got a hand crank, it's got a little solar panel, you can recharge it, you can use it as a battery pack, it's got a radio, it's got a torch, and I can promise you it's a lot cheaper than that one. So maybe we'll call that a fiver. We're up to about 15 to 20 quid.
That's wallet, yeah. Okay, couple of lanterns, generic. Ooh, batteries included. I like it because a lot of times you get survival kits and batteries is not included and you...
Yeah, this is another American thing. You have to buy batteries because they sell batteries and they want everyone to buy batteries. I have not bought disposable batteries in years. Actually, no, 2 years ago, I bought disposable batteries for the remote control for the TV. But I've got rechargeable batteries that I actually bought to recharge. I got some AA's and AAA, which they're still in their packet. I've never actually opened them or used them because I don't need to. I bought rechargeable batteries to 3.7s for my laser and zapper experiment. But I don't buy disposable batteries. Why would you buy disposable when you can spend like an extra 50p and get something rechargeable?
What are you supposed to do, I guess?
By the way, the rechargeable lamp thing, torch thing, has a torch built in. So rather than taking up space with two cheapy little lamps, which you can get for 50p a piece from the AliExpress.
It's a pocket and then put the batteries in. Okay, they say here expendable towels, but
These are towels. They're basically dry wet wipes. They call them different fancy names. It's basically dried wet wipes, which you can also get for like 10p for a box.
placing a little bit of water and nice, kind of like wipes. Looks like a knife sharpener and 4 lighters, big lighters.
So disposable lighters, and something you thought was a knife sharpener but it's not, is actually just disposable lighters. So the only reason I've bought disposable lighters in the past 20 years, I used to smoke, don't anymore. The only reason I've bought disposable lighters in the past 20 years was because I was going technically off grid to see a house that I own in another country, and I knew I'd be walking because there's no public transport in that country. So I made a point of getting a lighter, not because I was smoking, but because to light a fire, and because it had a built-in torch, like a little LED torch. I've still got it. The torch still works. 10 years later, 11 years later, and the torch still works, like a little LED thing. So disposable lighters, why? Disposable lighters don't last forever. They leak gas. They leak. For what it costs to buy a pack of 10 disposable lighters, buying in bulk, a pack of 10, I can buy a rechargeable arc lighter. Actually, for the same price, I can probably get 2. Which means that it will probably last as long with a single charge and light fires. Yeah, that's scratching. It's my neighbour in my attic. I'm in a bungalow. He's been crawling around up in my fucking attic for over a year. I'm waiting for him to fall through the fucking ceiling. Fucking nonce. Anyway. Yeah, so you can just recharge it. You've got your little power pack in your torch, which can recharge items. So you get a little arc lighter, and you can recharge it. Fire forever.
Wow, this is so cool. No way, is it hand sanitizer? Spray on alcohol free.
A little tube of alcohol for £1 billion.
Performance sunscreen? That is nice.
Sunscreen, what you mean? Get a bit of tree sap and rub it on your face, or a bit of dirt and rub it on your face, or a bit of mud and rub it on your face. That's called sunscreen. See, this is the millionaire's weekend or overnight stay kit. That's all it is. It's not for survival situations or for when the worst things happen in your shit box. This is the upper middle class version. If you were out in the shit and you had no options and you were like desperate, You wouldn't be using chemicals on your face. You just get a bit of mud, smear it on your arms and your face, and that will get rid of any bugs. That will keep a barrier between you and the bugs. It'll get a barrier between you and the sun.
And what is this? Clean smart. Healthy hands, safe and simple, alcohol free. No
Sanitizer.
rinse and cleaner. Interesting. So, what is this? Ooh, sewing kit.
Sewing kit.
The best sewing kit I've seen, that's for sure.
Wow, you've never seen a sewing kit better than that? Well, I've got one better than that, and it cost me 25 pence on AliExpress, which I have posted where I actually buy these things, and I got a sewing kit, and it is similar to that, and it was like 20, 30p. It's one of these, you buy so many items, you get free delivery. So I just try that, you know, like 30p or something. It's pretty good. You know, got your sewing stuff in it.
Actually, the inside of one of those things, like plastic container. This is way too long. Okay, got about knife and multi.
A knife. That's not a knife, it's a knife. That's not exactly impressive as a knife. It's inside a plastic bag, inside another plastic bag, inside another bag, inside another bag, inside another bag. Yeah. This is the sort of kit you have when you've got a car, you got yourself a Humvee, you can put all your shit in the back, in the trunk, in the boot, and that can drop around from that. The thing is, if this shit does happen, one of the main things that's going to get taken down is energy. Communal energy. Like, communal energy would be things like your power station providing electric, petrol stations giving you fuel. So if you haven't got any fuel, how are you going to carry your box? One of these fucking lard-ass Americans is going to hunt that around. I'm going to get me some Oompa Loompas from Mexico. They're going to carry my ship all day. Yeah, I don't fucking think so.
So, I guess it's sealed. I'll just unseal it. It doesn't really matter. Same thing. Okay, one of those. No, this is Hershey knife. Wow, this is cool.
It's the ski enthusiasm ski. Anybody would think he was German ski. That is. I mean, it's a handy little knife. Don't get me wrong, it's a handy little knife, but you're not exactly going to be massacring any jungles with it.
It's very, very nice. How do you pronounce it? Kashu. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Expensive.
Premium instant repellent, 20% rayon. So it's a bug repellent, all-purpose cleaner over here.
Bug repellent. Like I say, mud. Just saying, mud. Lots of chemicals, lots of plastic bags.
I'm gonna sit down. This is high-end stuff. Emergency thermal blanket.
An emergency thermal blanket. I've got one. Somewhere. It cost me 50p. Emergency thermal blanket. They are kind of useless, actually. I actually got a better version of that. It's called a disposable poncho. It's not disposable. It's basically a bin bag with the arms cut out and a hood. It's brilliant. It was like £1 or something.
Nice. Look at that quality stuff in here. Sog, folding shovel.
It's a little spade. It's not quality stuff. It's the same crap that I've got, except mine cost a couple of quid here and there. My foldable shovel, which has a better bag than that, and it actually has poles you can attach to make it to an actual shovel. I think it was a £5.
So, wow, this is some name brand stuff for sure. I'm glad I bought it. Couple of lipsticks.
He did not buy that box. He was given that to fucking promote it. I can't be anybody so stupid. But God, he's scrawny. Yeah, Russian men are not scrawny. Russian women are scrawny. Russian men are not scrawny. Oh, look, Ski. I've got Ski. Some lipstick, Ski. Whoa. Uh-huh.
Marker and, wow, dental floss.
Dental floss is one of those things that you hear about. Oh, it's survivalists in the SAS. We have dental floss. Yeah, you fucking don't. 30 years ago, you would have had dental floss in your kit. 30 years ago, you don't have dental floss anymore because you got things like modern stuff. Yeah, fucking dental floss.
Bottles. Look at that.
Empty plastic bottles.
No way. Look.
Empty plastic bottles. Why not just use the plastic bags you've got if you're just going to carry water? You've got loads of plastic bags. You don't need to have more. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Look at that. This must be new. They put 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is basically somebody made this back in COVID times. So you've got 4 face masks, which are pointless unless you're actually doing DIY. You see, these kind of face masks, they don't keep out stuff from the back going in. They only work for stuff coming straight at you, face on. And you have to have filter cartridges for it. That's what these things on the front are. You actually have to replace those cartridges or replace the entire mask, because that's what these little things, the little nipples on the front are. The problem is that they only any good for things coming straight at you, because they don't fit tight to your face. So anything coming from behind you would go straight in. So if you're in an environment with like radiation, fucking useless. Or if you're in a place where you've got a lot of dust in the air or gas in the air, fucking useless. Then they're going to be other gas, fucking useless. Great if you're doing DIY though. You know, if the dust is only coming straight at you.
Why? Face masks. This must be very.
Technically, they're also not face masks. They just cover your nose and your mouth, not your face.
Very recent build survival kit. No way. This is high end. Straight out all the items. Zippo matches. I love this Zippo matches. The best. There's a sticker.
Oh yeah, Ski. Look, Ski. It is top end, Ski. Here is a plastic bottle with matches in it. Wow. This guy must have a really ugly boyfriend because he is so very easily impressed. Wow, Ski, your penis, Ski. It is a perfect shape, Ski.
Protected with a cup. Unzip it. Unspin it. And you have this giant titanium. I think that's what it's called. Oh.
It's not titanium. Titanium. So 10 matches that will give you cancer. The reason why those matches are illegal to buy in a normal shop is because they used to call them redhead matches. Back in the olden days, it would be called like Swan Vesta was the most common type. And you could strike them, they're banned in prison because you make fireworks with them. I mean, blow the locks off doors with them. My first firework ever made was with a Swan Vesta match. You wrap the head of it in a bit of foil, and then you heat it up with another match, and go, pew! And it shoots off. It's brilliant. Burns the crap out your windowsill. Sorry, Daddy. But they actually rot your joints because of the sulfur they used to make them. So yeah, wow, 10 matches. Wow. It's not just the cost, it's the space that these things are taking up. The space. I think what you could replace that space with something else. So all the space being taken up with the container for those matches, with all those lighters and all the other stuff to create fire, I could put in food.
Okay, folding saw.
Yep, saw's fine. Nothing wrong with that saw. It's a handy saw. It's very heavy. I've got one of those somewhere, but they are very heavy. So if you've got a big box, yeah, fine, you still put it in your box. But they are heavy. Now a wire saw is okay, but they do break if you don't know what you're doing. You can go and get yourself something with the same blade as that, but a lot thinner and a lot smaller, a fuck ton cheaper. And it's literally just the blade and a little plastic handle. I've used them before, and they're really good. And they take up no space at all. They're very lightweight, and they're really cheap. I think I got 3 for 50p. Whereas that, well, $1,000 pounds.
It's a pretty
Brand name I've never heard of. All of these things he's saying are brand name.
Hand warmers, beautiful.
Hand warmers. Is that hand warmers?
Okay, couple more
Hand warmers.
blankets, but yeah, this is for sure 2-person. More thermal blankets, hand warmers, beautiful.
The hand warmers he's talking about are also things that will give you cancer. You notice a common theme here with stuff that gives you cancer. The way these hand warmers work, it's a nitrous sulfuric compound that reacts to the air. So you're rubbing it into your hands, yes, it warms your hands up because it's corrosive and it's putting chemicals into your joints that will destroy your joints. It's like chlorine tablets. Yeah, chlorine tablets kill the bacteria and the bad stuff in water, but it also kills your guts if you use it too much. If you want a hand warmer and you want to use a chemical hand warmer, get yourself a chili. A couple of chili peppers. You can grow them yourself. Get a chili pepper, scrunch it up in your hand, rub it together. It will warm your fucking hands up. Or get yourself some really cheap deep heat. Not the brand name, because that's dodgy as hell. But the non-brand name, the really cheap stuff, it's exactly the same. Except it only has, as active ingredients, chili peppers. That's what gives it heat. As opposed to chemicals in plastic.
Wow, this is so cool. This is a toothbrush.
A toothbrush and toothpaste. And, what the, oh, for fuck's sake. It's the space it's taking up. I mean, I wouldn't be bothering with a toothbrush, to be honest. I can use a bit of bark, chew the bark, or a bit of charcoal, chew the charcoal, and it would do the same thing to clean your teeth, get rid of all the bacteria, because charcoal actually sucks out any germs, and also chewing it. Look at a dog's teeth, they're pretty healthy, and they chew bones.
Nice. What's in here? Looks like car starter.
He doesn't know what it is. It's a battery pack. That's all it is. It's a battery pack that you can charge up from a car. Is that batteries? What more batteries?
Set of batteries.
Thing is, he doesn't have anything that runs on batteries. The things he's shown are rechargeable. So why would you want batteries if the things you have do not take batteries?
That is so cool.
If they're rechargeable.
This is the best survival kit for any situation.
Okay, the SES Survival Handbook is a handy thing if you've got really good eyesight. The writing is so small. Your best, if you're going to get the SES Survival Kit, you either want to get a PDF and keep it on your phone, which is something you can do. You download the PDF, put it on your phone, and that way you've got a digital version, which won't cost you anything if you download it from a pirate site. Or if you're going to get the handbook, your best bet is to get the hardback, big, friggin' A4 sized book, which I don't have. But if you get one of those, it's nice big pictures to show you how to do stuff, rather than reading somebody's fucking fantasy adventures in Oompa Loompa Land, how he braved and did hand grenades under palm trees, and most of it's bullshit. Some of the how-to stuff's interesting, but most of it's bollocks.
You can throw it in the truck, you can keep it in a house, whatever.
That's my camping stove!
I have put to the test this kit already. This is a cool kit.
I got that one!
Very, very big.
Except it's made out of plastic?
The teapots and everything, and sponge. Seems to be even nicer than the one I have put to the test.
Yeah, I've actually got what looks like that kit. It's basically a frying pan, saucepan, and a little kettle, a little teapot kettle inside it. That's what I've got. So I don't bother using the fucking homosexual bag that it goes in, because I don't like having my nipples on display when I'm wearing a vest. So I got that. I think it cost me 10 quid. So far, I don't see more than 50 quid in kit. And it really cheap and nasty stuff. The fact that he opened the box majestically at the start, and this was already broken. So it's cheap and nasty crap he's using.
This is so awesome. I love survival kits. No way, I didn't even see that. Hatchet over here. How's it set up? Oh wow, cool. With a clip like that. And yeah.
I don't trust that hatchet. The head does not look.
Very nice.
It does not look like it would last very long. It's also bent. You can see that the blade's bent. You can see by the angle. It's not a straight hatchet blade. It's actually curved in the wrong way. Am I imagining it, or is that just... It looks like the blade's curved in the wrong way. So if you were to try and cut something, it would actually go to the side. I'm pretty sure they make a lot of stuff for Americans on purpose to kill them. And they do it on purpose to break, so to make them go to a hospital and spend more money.
Shard. I don't know how to pronounce. But anyways, very cool.
Shit, it's a shit handle as well.
But it's pretty nice, I'm sure. Another AAA batteries, the other one.
More batteries? What? The people keep saying, buy batteries, stockpile batteries, stockpile batteries. Why? What are you stockpiling batteries for? Is there an actual reason why you're stockpiling batteries? You have to have batteries in the house. You gotta have spare batteries in the house for your torch, or a torch rechargeable. But you still need to have batteries in the house just in case. Why? Batteries don't last forever. Batteries go off. Batteries dissipate their charge. So you just stockpiling batteries. You'd have to replace them every 6 months.
That's so cool. Gorilla tape. Mini.
A bit of tape. Yeah, Gorilla Tape's a brand name. It's not an expensive brand name, but it's not a brand name. But for what that costs, for that little bit of tape there, which is a very small bit of tape, it wouldn't do a lot. I got, I think, 10 packs of similar tape, except mine is heat resistant, which is very handy when you're working with arc generators. That's kind of pointless in a survival kit. What do you have that would need taping up with Gorilla Tape? See, you don't buy things for no reason. You buy things for a reason. I don't always have a reason why I buy stuff. I buy stuff just for the sheer sake of it. But in a survival kit, you have stuff for a reason. Why would you want Gorilla Tape instead of thin insulation tape? You didn't know it existed? Right.
Okay, let's look into this thing. First aid kit.
Also, if you're in a survival situation, why would you want big bright colours? If you want to be rescued, yeah, advertise your location. If you don't want to be rescued, if you've been invaded, zombies, whatever, why would you want big bright colours? Anybody who thinks the people making this stuff want to be able to find you and target you.
Ziploc and everything. This is the best first aid kit ever.
He hasn't even opened it, and he's saying it's the best first aid kit ever. He said that about pretty much every single piece of crap he's dragged out. It is the best ever. He's definitely being paid to advertise these products. I don't know what his channel is. I've got no interest. I'm not going to it. But that is just bits of gauze and a few cheapy... The blue bandage is actually a horse bandage. I've got some because they're cheap. You can get a great big freaking... It's like an elasticated bandage. I've got a load of them because they're really cheap. You go to a vet shop or a pet shop and you can get a great big fucking thing for like 50p. So that's just plasters and crap. Yeah, it's literally just crap. Okay, what's in the broken box?
Mini one, I might take this one out and set up one of this, but mini.
It's a gas cooker. Does he have any ski? Gas ski, bottle skis, force ski, itch ski? Because there's not much point having a gas cooker if you haven't got any gas. Also, I don't like the idea of carrying explosives with me. I don't even carry my phone on me when I'm walking around. I keep it in a separate thing because Israel's got a habit of blowing them up using Wi-Fi towers. gas bottles are the same. They explode. They're full of compressed gas. They leak. Someone gives it a knock, they leak. Bang, boom, you're dead. Also, they're pretty freaking heavy. I don't see any gas bottles in that box.
So if I want to upgrade it a little bit, I would put mini one in here.
And it's already got a broken
Have extra space, so it's not a big deal.
pair of scissors. Yay! So there's no... Why would you want scissors when you got a knife? It's just more crap taking up space. And so you got a gas cooker in your survival box, but no gas bottles. So what are you going to do? Use it to bludgeon to death a buffalo?
Scissors? No way, more toothbrushes, because after a while they go bad.
Oh, look, more toothbrushes, because they go bad. Also brilliant. Everything is wonderful and excellent and the best in the world.
So now, paracord.
Paracord, yes, I got loads of that crap. I love paracord. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. I have got tons of the stuff around the house simply because the first time I bought it, I spent £3 on a 50-metre piece. And I thought that was a really good deal because it used to be £50 for a 20-metre piece because that's back when it was copyrighted, patented. But now, because those patents have run out after 20 years, patents don't last forever. I've got loads of it because I can go and get a 20-metre, like that's about 20 to 30 metres he's got there. I can get that for 30 pence on AliExpress. 30p. And it's not some cheap knockoff. I've got tons of the stuff. Because you buy 3 things, you get free delivery. If I can't think of something else to buy, I'll buy some more paracord. It's always handy.
550. Very nice. What is this? Aqua tabs. Oh.
Water purification tablets, which, as an emergency thing, they're okay. But if you use too many of them over a short period of time, your intestines will melt. And that is not an exaggeration. If you use purification tablets in your water for too much over a short period of time, your intestines, your stomach lining, excuse me, will disintegrate.
Nice. Another expensive
More dried out wet wipes.
triple compressed towels. Nice. You gotta have some fun while you survive. Taco or deco.
If you're not happy in your own brain to talk to yourself within your own mind, a pack of playing cards is not going to do you any fucking good.
Cards?
I can assure you, if you are in a fucking apocalypse type of situation, you're not going to have time to fuck about with playing cards. Unless you're shredding them for kindling. Because you're going to be spending most of your time getting firewood sorted out. Now, in my time when I was on the run, one of the biggest issues that I had was trying to get a fire going. Now, I could do it easily enough because I had, but the person I was with couldn't. It took her 3 days to get a fire going hot enough to heat up water. Not boil, just to heat water up so I could have a hot drink when I had flu. Days just to warm some water up. And the main reason for this was firewood is not that common. And firewood that is any good is not that common. In England it used to be, not anymore because they cut down all the frigging trees because they blocked the Wi-Fi signal. But where I went on a run was another country and it was mainly evergreen trees. Evergreen wood is not just shit firewood, it's dangerous for multiple reasons. One reason is you get less heat from it than the energy it takes to actually cut the stuff. If you don't dry it out for at least 6 months to a year, it's dangerous because of the sap is toxic. It's not just toxic as in it will kill you if you breathe in the smoke. It's also bad because it leaves a residue inside the chimney of tar. And if it builds up too much, it will catch on fire and burn your fucking house down. It's a very common thing in places like Ireland and places where they have mainly evergreen trees for firewood. That's why you keep a bottle of water next to your fireplace just in case, because that way you can chuck it on the fireplace and that will send a massive load of steam up the chimney to put the fire out. Another hint, a tip for you. I would spend most of my time cutting firewood, stockpiling firewood, but by the time evergreen wood dries out enough to actually burn, it disintegrates. It just rots. You need to actually store it in a bone dry place, otherwise it just rots.
This flashlight.
Yeah, a flashlight. We found a reason why he actually wants all those batteries. It's a flashlight. You've got a torch built into your wind-up radio thing. Why would you want another one?
LC180 light stuff. Very nice. And I'm sure it comes with batteries. Yep.
Yeah, I got some of those. Mine are rechargeable. I can promise you, they last longer on a full charge, but not on its fucking disposable battery. All this stuff is built to be reused, to not to be reused, to be replaced. It's an emergency box that will last you a minimal period of time, like a weekend, if that. It's not going to last you long term.
Very cool. Wow. Okay. And one more item. Here. See what is this? No way. Cooking set.
Cutlery. I give up. I can't watch any more of this crap. Metal cooking set. If you were in a desperate situation, you have a spork. Oh, advice, get a spork that is just a spork. Not a multi-tool spork, because it'll rip your face apart. Trying to use a spoon which has a can opener built into it is not a good idea. So just a normal spork, and then sharpen one end of it so you can use that as a knife. But a full cutlery set, oh my god. Yeah, this was made by a twat. You just, millionaires will pay for this shit. And that is meant to be $1,700, which is about 14-ish £100. You know, real money. I don't see anything there. Even if I were to buy that stuff, I can buy all of that on AliExpress. Not the toothpaste, but all the rest of it I can buy on AliExpress, and that would cost me maximum 40 quid. Maximum. Not $1,700. This is a shitbox for people with more money than sense. Tucker Carlson! Lots of people who smoke weed will love this box. I was going to turn it off because there's still another whatever left on there. Another 4 minutes to go in this 17-minute video. I pressed play by accident, and he's just showing the cutlery. Lots of forks. It's like 8 forks, 8 spoons. Do you have a knife for cutting? You have a knife for butter. You have a knife for spreading, and you have chopsticks. And really, this is your emergency. Right. I can't. This is just too crap. Oh, see, I can try and put it all back in the box. Yeah. What an absolute load of shit that was.